This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from the 2018 Manchester Invitational. We're about to see the boys' small school race begin. Again, this coverage is thanks to our Meat Hub sponsor this week, Tim's Truck Capital. So with this, Jimmy, why don't you tell us about some of the teams we're looking at?
All right, some of the teams we're looking at is the top team from Maine, Greeley, Maine. That's where Ben True's from, so you know they put out some good runners. Barrington is the number 3 team from Rhode Island, and think about who they're behind. You know, LaSalle and Bishop Hendricken, just 2 powerhouses. You got East Greenwich also, and probably the top New Hampshire schools, Oyster River. Individually, I would probably say it will come down to David Reynolds and Jeffrey Allen for the New Hampshire guys. Oyster River's got a whole slew of guys too. Miles Carrico, Andy O'Brien, Owen Fleischer. Those guys have been running tough all year. So look to them. Out-of-staters, Brendan McGill of Harwood, Vermont, Ravi Samvashi of East Greenwich. And then you got some dark horses like Conval's Evan Coyne and Hanover's Jack Lynch. Don't count out Sanborn's Dylan Cahill. He's a really good one. And Messinic, they're always good. Lennon Vaillancourt, who's our really good freshman last year, and Josh Luvasian, they'll be right in the hunt. So I'm looking forward to it to being a fast, strong race out of these small schools.
Yeah, pretty excited to see that battle up front. Saw it last week between David Reynolds and Jeffrey Allen. They're looking at that. Last week was a pretty flat course. This week a little bit different of a course with all these hills. So we'll see if it changes the order of things at the finish.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, every time I watch David Reynolds, he is the definition of sneaky fast. He might make a move on you, and you don't even know what's going on. Next thing you know, he's got 20 seconds on you. And Jeffrey Allen is just, you know, he's a runner that's got raw passion, and he runs hard. He's probably one of the fastest runners in our state. And, you know, for David to take him out like he did, it's a pretty good effort. But I look Jeffrey to come back today and make a revenge match.
You never know, too, with all the other states here.
So, yeah.
There could be a wild card out there.
There always is. Always is. Those Vermont guys are always tough. It's like they key on this race.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of Vermont schools get to train in some nice hills, some nice mountains, and this course suits that perfectly. Again, this is the course Manchester Invite today, also for New Hampshire divisionals, and this year, of course, is host for New England. So we do see a lot of out-of-state schools here previewing the course, getting that experience on it, making sure they know when to make those moves and what the hill really feels like.
Here goes the whistle.
And they're off. Again, they have
that's a big crowd of kids right there.
Nice uphill battle right now, fighting to get those lead positions. Do you see Jeffrey Allen on the way far right? He's the only red shirt over there.
I do think that's kind of a little bit of a disadvantage to be over there, but he's making his way right out.
Yeah, he'll make it work for him. So again, your 2018 Manchester Invite. We'll throw it right around the corner to Pete and Davio.
All right, here they come. This is the boys' small school race.
We're about 600 meters in at this point, so pretty early on. Everyone's still packed up.
Looks like David Reynolds out in front leading the pack.
Jeffrey Allen right next to him.
Followed by a huge bump of Oyster River.
Yeah, that Oyster River pack definitely looks good.
So again, Co-Brown out of this race, they moved up to large school, which pretty much leaves the door wide open for the rest of the top schools. Up there we have Oyster River, number 6. A lot to consider for the New England perspective in this race. Greeley from Maine, Barrington ranked number 3 in Rhode Island, East Greenwich ranked number 5 from Rhode Island. So this will be an interesting one.
Coming around the corner is Jeffrey Allen of Campbell. Again, we're at the 1 mile mark.
Jeffrey Allen, you got David Reynolds, you got Andy O'Brien.
Yeah, that was a big pack.
Yeah, plenty of guys. Plenty of racing left here.
They'll thin out a little bit on the hill too.
Oyster River looks like they're winning this one. They've got 5 guys right there.
And they do have experience on this course. They know what's coming.
Lot can change on the hill though.
saw them have pretty good success.
So they didn't go real fast. You know, they were probably like 5'11", 5'12".
Yeah.
So comfortable.
Yeah, right now clock does read 5:55 for us. So a lot of boys under that 6-minute mile.
Let's go, Paul!
Again, the first mile, relatively flat, relatively easy. I know you have that uphill you have to go through twice, but compared to this hill,
It's the one race you don't really have to go out fast. You know, you just got to be out strong. I think the race really starts at the gazebo. Yeah, you know, 4 minutes into it. That's no Logan.
and you can take your time too. If you're in that lead pack, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, Sam. I know plenty of guys that have been 20th or so at the top of the hill, and next thing you know, they end up first.
Yeah, we'll see it every year. The person leading at the top of the hill isn't always the same as down here, and isn't always the finisher.
You just got to keep in contention.
So, and with it thinning out, we'll throw it up to the top of the hill that we keep referencing, and we'll see you guys back at the finish line.
So we are at the top of the hill just after the first mile.
New Hampshire's looking pretty good. They got David Reynolds up in front with Jeffrey Allen.
Messinic.
Looks like Valancourt. So top three are all New Hampshire.
There's Oyster River.
Oyster River's Andy O'Brien. And then 1, 2, 3 more.
So Oyster River, that pack's still staying strong.
Yeah,
Looks like they haven't spread out too much.
3 of Oyster River's already gone through, so they're looking good up front.
There you go, Nick. Come on, Nick. There you go. There you go. You're good. Sam, stay up and down. Stay up and down. Riley, 5.
And Campbell's got a few runners that went by, and Conval as well is up towards the front of this race.
A couple from Trinity. Trinity's off to a strong start this year as well.
So everyone's still pretty tight at this point. We're only about a mile in, but up at the 2 mile we should see a lot of separation.
Yeah, we'll see who gets an edge on the hills here in the 2 mile.
Yeah, you got about a mile of straight up and down, so
Almost. All right, well, we've seen the majority of the pack come through. We'll meet you up at the 2nd mile.
Alright, so we are at the 2 mile mark of this race, and this is David Reynolds out in front leading Jeffrey Allen, both New Hampshire runners. And then Messinic's number 1, I believe that's Valancourt. So New Hampshire 1, 2, 3 pretty separated from the rest of the pack.
Pretty solid.
We have Oyster River's Andy O'Brien.
Go, Riley, in 6. You got this.
Surrounded by a group from New England. John Starks first, kind of emerging here.
Yeah, we got Oyster River's number 2.
You are in a really good spot.
And then Messinic's number 2.
Let's go, Harwood.
Harwood looks like Brendan McGill from Harwood just passed us.
Another Oyster River's number 3.
You gotta move up.
Oyster River's 4. I think Oyster River is probably 50 in the lead right now. Although Messinic looks pretty good as well.
Yeah.
50. Let's go, Riley. Let's go, Riley. Let's go, Riley. Let's go, Riley.
So, this race is going to be relatively close. Still got a mile to go, so a lot could change. But the hard part's over, so there shouldn't be a ton of movement.
Let's go, Carlton.
Well, pack mentality for Oyster River has shown strong throughout this whole race. It's been pretty close together. Seen a little bit of separation, but as far as a team score, they might surprise some people emerging in this race.
It looks like Oyster River has just lost one of their top 5 to an injury, so that's unfortunate. But they still look pretty strong. They got a lot of people up towards the front, so we'll see what happens. But that could open up opportunities for other teams. Massenic's probably in the best spot to take advantage of that.
They're really bad.
There you go, Heath! Cover!
Let's go, Goshtown!
So how does the wind affect these runners coming down the stretch here?
I think it's going to be not awful, but it definitely makes a difference, especially when you're in like the section in the open field. You know, you only have like 400 to go, and you're really tired. So
You can make it up!
yeah, the wind definitely makes a difference when you're that far into a race.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to keep your form together.
Way to go, Dawson! Let's go, Dawson! All kinds of guys catching, Dawson!
Okay, should be an exciting finish. What's our time, Davia?
We're at 13.5 right now. So just a few more minutes until the top guys come through into the finish. So we'll see what happens.
And coming into view now, that is David Reynolds of Merrimack Valley.
He's got a good one going.
He's looking to repeat like Bobcat, win it with his sister.
Looks like he's going to be under 16, 15.
Again, David Reynolds.
16, 14, 16, 15. That's a great job, David Reynolds, Merrimack Valley. Here comes Jeffrey Allen. So it's like a New Hampshire sweep here. The 1, 2, 3. Jeffrey Allen coming through. It'll be about 16, 30-ish. Landon Valiant court.
Massenic.
Only a sophomore, 16, 37. Now we'll have the itis. Here comes a nice battle right here.
It's a close one between Oyster River and Sanborn.
Khalil and O'Brien. From Greeley, Maine. They're the top seed from the Pine Tree State of Maine. Those are the last guys to go under 17 minutes.
We see
Greenwich.
John Stark, Oyster River second. So now we get to start talking team as we have Freeport finish right behind them.
Evan Coyne putting on a nice stick.
Conval, Trinity, South Kingston, Bow, Massenic second.
Oyster River's third. Sanborn got a couple in.
I believe that's third and fourth for
Fourth Oyster River, and this is fifth Oyster River. Oyster River should have this.
Yeah, they look pretty good today.
You know,
Especially with number 6 right there
Six
as
right
well.
there, yep.
He's going to displace. Scenic's also looking pretty good today.
yeah, they got a good team. The Division 3, they're battling in there with Trinity.
Immaculate and Monadnock finishing together. Trinity. We see Matt Reynolds. Another
Oh, I thought I
Monadnock.
was seeing double.
Another Massenic. Yeah, they're looking pretty good today.
Yeah,
I know they've had their ups and downs this
Really
season.
well.
Mike Smith must be happy after today's performance.
A couple of handovers coming in. Looks like they got their 5 in.
Yeah, racing each other right to the line. Campbell, Noble, Greenlee, and Scenic.
Greenwich. I would say this is Oyster River's race.
Yeah, they just had a good pack, and they're all pretty low numbers.
Hey, the course must be pretty good. 16-15. That's David Reynolds. That's it. Definitely his best on this course. He's coming on strong. We'll see if this time holds up to be the fastest of the day. Because I think last year it might have been, what, 16-19 or something like that? Might have been the fastest? Yeah, 16-17.
I tell you, I think Reynolds got some confidence after last week's win
Yeah.
over Allen.
Yep.
And then going head-to-head with him again. I mean, Allen was leading it. I'm curious what happened up in the woods on the hill. But I think that confidence really pays off.
Right. And he only added to the lead. When we saw him come down before the turn, he had a 9-second lead, and then he opened it up to like 15 seconds.
Yeah, he wasn't letting off.
No. There's a lot of runners in this race. Thank God for Chip Diamond.
And pack of guys right now trying to finish under that 20-minute mark.
And that'll be the last one.
Again, a lot of teams here checking out the course for not only divisions this year, but also New England's. New Hampshire, of course, pretty excited to host New England.
Oh, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that.
You're doing it right here. There'll be a few other tweaks to crowd management with the course that pretty excited about, especially with this finish line area.
Yeah, this is a lot better. You don't see people crossing, in the last finish line we saw last year, which to me is not only a hazard to the runners, it's a hazard to the people, and it's not fair play in my book.
Yeah, that area will all be roped off this year for New England.
I mean, you wouldn't want someone walking onto a basketball court.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. These kids work too hard for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and with the pack starting to thin out about a little bit, we're gonna go ahead, go get ready for a girls' large school race. So once again, coming from the 2018 Manchester Invite, this is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley. Meet Hub sponsored by Tim's Truck Capital. This has been the boys' small school race.